Yo, people, you're telling me back again with another footy talk. And you know what's mad, yeah? The reports coming out today after, what was it? What show was it? It would have been the show with Saeed. It would have been the show with Saeed. I think Mandem talk. Man was saying, yo, Newcastle are done out here. You know what I'm saying? They're absolutely done out here. It's come out today, Eddie Howe asked to leave, bruv. And I did say, do you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna bring in a new manager, if you're gonna bring in a new manager, you might as well just do the clear out. You know, like that. You might as well just do the clear out, bro. Because I genuinely believe, yeah, that Eddie Howe probably saw the direction Newcastle were going in and said, listen, I don't want nothing to do with this. And he jumped before he was pushed. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he saw the direction the club was going in and he said, you know what? Next season's going to be techie, bro. Better I leave than I get sacked. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's no doubt that that they'll reinvest. I don't dispute that they'll reinvest the money, but it's very, very clear that they need the money. Do you know what I'm saying? It's very, very clear that they need the money to do anything because PSR, yeah, is just not allowing the Saudis to spend the money that they probably envisaged when they took over. So it just is what it is, bro. And if I remember correctly, PSR is what led them to selling Anderson in the first place. So they've never managed to get their head around this PSR thing, which is weird because they made bare money from Alexander Isak. And then what? They reinvested it by what? Overpaying for Baltimore, who hasn't started the season. He started the season well, and now people are looking at it like that hasn't even worked out. Do you know what I mean? Which is weird. So I can't lie, bro. Like Newcastle are at a point now where the new managers come in and whoever wants to leave can leave kind of thing, bro. Because there's even rumors of Joe Linton wanting to leave now, wanting to go Saudi, I believe. Do you know what I'm saying? So Eddie Howe's probably looked at it, yeah, and don't get it twisted, yeah. I think a lot of the mess at Newcastle he helped create because there was rumors of him falling out with Lewis Hall. And if he's falling out with Lewis Hall, I'm sure Lewis Hall's not the only person he's falling out with. There was also rumors that he had his brother doing the recruitment or something like that, or a family member or something like that. So, like, it's not out of the realms of possibility that he's had a lot to do with Newcastle kind of going downhill. That being said, he probably saw, yeah, the direction the club was going at in, and he said, yeah, absolutely not me. Do you know what I mean? This is why I get off. I think he's qualified them for the Champions League twice in 5 years and won him a trophy. Like, he's got no more to do there. He's got no more to do there. Do guys actually see Lewis Hall signing? I believe we get Lewis Hall. Even more so now. Even more so now that Eddie Howe's gone. That's reinforced to me that Eddie Howe has seen, yeah, that Newcastle are kaput, bro, and they can't keep hold of their players. And he's like, yo, this environment's not for me no more. I'm even more confident of getting Lewis Hall now. Now, I believe United have probably been working on that behind the scenes for some time. And obviously, there's going to be no noise until the deal gets done. But it seems like it's only him. Seems like it's only him that United are fixated on, because we haven't been linked with too many other left backs. The noise has always been about him. So, I don't know. I think that's good news, bruv. I think that's good news personally. But Newcastle's project is cooked, and it's a good new manager as well. He's got a good reputation, so you're better off just reinvesting the money in a squad and giving him a team, yeah, that one reflects what he wants to do, and two, that's going to completely buy into what he wants to do. Do you know what I'm saying? So, man said Howe left them a state. I don't think he left them a state. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think he left them a state, but he definitely contributed to the rise and the fall, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? He made the star striker into a 10-put Gordon up front. Bro, it's weird. Man spent all that money on Baltimore, Johan Visa, and somebody else. Bro, I think they spent bread on Alanga. Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? Alanga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't lie. Like, whoever inherits Alanga, it's a mad thing. You know what I mean? It's an absolute mazzoline. Man, I don't even really know about all that. So it's going to be interesting. Hopefully Xerxes stays. I'm not sure what happens with Josh, you know. I think that he's happy, yeah. But at the same time, there's a lot of teams in for him, innit? There's a lot of teams in for him. But I don't think it's that simple because they were saying Juventus, but Juventus just signed Colomani. So, yeah, like, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure about Juventus, and he's been linked with Como. I'm not really sure, but there's loads of teams that want him. There's loads of teams that want him in Italy. So, getting a taker for him wouldn't be an issue, but it would be interesting if he does leave, if United are demanding money up front for him, because there's been rumors of a loan deal. I can't see the point of a loan deal. Because what's the point in loaning him out? Because you're not going to bring him back. You're not going to bring him back. And the thing is, he's not even that expensive anyway. And he's not on loads of wages. So you could get the money for him now, really. Do you know what I mean? Man said Rance, Lewis Hall, 75, 80 million. No, he's not going to cost that, bro. I think Lewis Hall costs between 60 and 65. Do you know what I'm saying? I reckon they could get Lewis Hall. I reckon they could get him for like 60 million, 62.5 to 65, around that. In between 60 and 65 million. They could get Lewis Hall for, bro. He's a left back, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's a left back. But yeah, 50 million on Alanga, yeah, is poor reinvestment. And I think whoever's in charge of the recruitment at Newcastle now, Eddie Howe's left, I think they need to reinvest that money a lot better. Man said, I did hear some murmurings about this last week from someone who would know the situation. What's the first bit? What's the first bit? I can't see the first bit. Is man talking about Ben Jacobs saying what? I'm assuming this is still the Lewis Hall stuff. Oh, Alanga and Ramsey they spent money on. Yeah, man said PSR cooked Newcastle. I'll be real, their owners didn't understand what situation they inherited. Which is weird because you know what it is? They invested so much money. You would think, yeah, that they would have done their homework or at least paid a lawyer or somebody that knows to do their homework first. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they should have paid someone before they committed to something like that, bro. It's almost like they just saw the opportunity and it was an emotional decision, bro. I said the truth to it is United do want to sign Lewis Hall. They're considering putting something together to try and sign him. They think it'll be difficult to do. And it will be difficult to do. It will be difficult because Newcastle have sold so many players. Do you know what I'm saying? But if there was one player to slightly overpay for, it's probably Lewis Hall, just because he's a transformative signing. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a transformative signing. He changes the way that we play football completely. Endrick, bro, it's funny, you know, because me and Musa were having a conversation in a group chat, yeah. And he was talking about other people's signings like Real Madrid and that. And I told him, I said, bro, people go on like Real Madrid get it right more than they get it wrong, bro. Most of the time, Real Madrid buy players, yeah, and they either never play for them or they're not there long. Do you know what I mean? This illusion, yeah, or this notion that Real Madrid sign players and it always works out is crazy. And I used Endrick as an example, bro. It's not because Endrick's not good enough, but the fact is, Real Madrid always just sign players, blood. Do you know what I mean? Like, and a lot of the time they sign players with very little research into these players, bro. They done the same with like players like Jovic and all these other guys. Like, bro, even Trent hasn't worked out over there, bro. There's bare signings that Real Madrid make, yeah, and it don't really work out most of the time. Do you know what I'm saying? It really don't work out, bro. And they don't care. They'll just dash, man. They'll just dash, man. And the funny thing about Real Madrid is, because of the name, it's like, because you're being bought from Real Madrid, it's almost like your reputation doesn't really get tarnished. It doesn't really get tarnished, bro. Because in a way, it's like, cool, you went to Real Madrid, it didn't work out, but you were still a Real Madrid player. Do you know what I mean? These man here, 100%, if you look at Arda Güler as well, bro. Arda Güler, yeah, was recommended to them by Mesut Ozil, and he was meant to be like the next Mesut Ozil. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they looked at him at Fenerbahce and that. And bro, he's gone to Real Madrid. My man can't get a look in. How many years has he been there now? Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, with Jose in charge, he ain't getting no game time. He might as well leave. He's another one. There's so many of these young players that go to Real Madrid, and I would say the vast majority of them never make it, bro. Like, they never make it. Odegaard was another one. Do you know what I'm saying? They try and get all these young players early, and there's no real pathway for these men to succeed, bro. There's no pathway for these guys. So they just go, they're there for a couple years, and then they're gone, bro. It's a conveyor belt. Do you know what I mean? And the same thing might happen to Carreras, blood, if he's not careful, blood. He could get bombed out next season. Do you know what I'm saying? Brother, Real Madrid's success is down to loads of different things, I'll be honest. Do you know what I'm saying? The fact that they play also in a league, that's not even remotely competitive helps. Massively it helps. Same with Barcelona, bro. Like, I was having this conversation with in the same chat, bro, when we was talking to Musa and that. Because you know Rashford come out and he was talking about the Barcelona thing, and I think he mentioned something about like the direction the football clubs go in terms of style and that. And my argument was, Hansi Flick's football is not Barcelona football, bro. Like, I grew up watching Barcelona, my whole life, possession side, high technical side, everything like that, bro. This Barcelona side is anything but that. The fact that they're buying Anthony Gordon and Adeyemi tells its own story, bro. Those are two players that could never get anywhere near a Barcelona side, bro. Nowhere near a Barcelona side. The problem is with the Barcelona situation, it's like they're in a league that's not competitive. Do you know what I'm saying? They're in a league that's not competitive at all. And they're also in a league where nobody's really got money apart from them and Real Madrid. They don't even really have money. Like, the league allow them to continue to cheat and do other things, bro. Look at the amount of teams, that Barcelona have had players to sign and they haven't even been able to register them because they ain't got the money. Do you know what I'm saying? If that was a smaller team, they're not being allowed to get away with what Barcelona get away with. Barcelona always are allowed to wheel and deal and do all these other things, because they're Barcelona, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, bro, in my life, I've seen bare teams in Spain get relegated, bro, that was there when I was growing up. And a lot of the time it's to do with financial situations. A lot of the time it's financial in Spain. These teams are going bust all the time, Like, a lot of the teams that were in the Liga when I was growing up are not in the Liga no more. A lot of them. Do you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the time it's financial. So Barcelona, they get away with these things, bro. They get away with it because they allow them. They absolutely allow them to do certain things. And because the league's not competitive, they'll continue to get away with it. So with that in mind, it's like, we can't compare the Premier League and what Man United and other teams do to what Real Madrid and Barcelona do, bro, because they've got a free run at the league every single season. And the league allow them, man, to just do whatever the fuck they want, bro. You know what I mean? Them two are like an island, bro. And then the rest of La Liga they can't compete with them. They just can't compete. That don't happen in the Prem. That don't happen in the Prem at all. So the fact that Hansi Flick can come into Barcelona, change the style of play, bring in players like Gordon and Adeyemi, and bro, like, they'll probably win the league again. They'll probably win it again. Let's be honest. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so it is a bit of a mad one, bro. That league, completely different. But Real Madrid always do madness, bro. Man can say, look at the amount of Champions Leagues that Real Madrid have won and all these things, bro. When was the last Champions League they won? Was that Zidane? Was it than the last Champions League they won? Carlo, 2024. Who did they play in the final? Why do I not remember that? Who did they play in the final? Oh shit, yeah, that was that the Sancho Dortmund one in the final? That was Sancho Dortmund final. Must have been. Yeah. Cool. That's what I'm saying. Like Real Madrid are weird, innit? Real Madrid, because they have like they still have the ability to get these stars, then man can always get to a final and win. You know, like that. They can always get to a final and win. But when you look at a lot of their recruitment, yeah, like there's a lot of throwaways. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of throwaways. And this was my argument. When I was speaking to Musa, I was letting him know, yeah, like, brother, there's no team in football right now whose owners get it right all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? So when football fans are picking and choosing, yeah, at little things and blaming the owners, like say the owners are always going to get things right, bro. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. But man should have got this player and should have got that player and should have got that player. Bro, people were saying that about Jovic. People were saying that about loads of players at Real Madrid, and it hasn't worked out. There's been loads of times where they've jumped. Do you know what I mean? The funny thing is, yeah, the little black Australian youth, yeah, Bayern Munich signed that youth early, thinking, yo, this guy might be a superstar. Now he's at Watford, bro. Can't remember his name. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where, bro, like no matter what club you are, yeah, you can move fast and you can think that you're ahead of the grain, yeah. And for the most part, yeah, the shit can just not work out. That doesn't mean that you're not a good owner, like. Do you know what I'm saying? City stay making mistakes, bro, with recruitment. They stay making mistakes. Do you know what I'm saying? Arsenal stay making mistakes with recruitment, bro. Like nobody's recruitment has been perfect. In the time that Arteta has been at Arsenal to finally win a league, look at the amount of players he signed, yeah, and they flopped. Look at the amount. Because he's had way more misses than hits, bro. Like I remember, man sat there, yeah, and went through a list of players that Arteta signed since he went to Arsenal, and you'll laugh at the list. You'll laugh at it. And it's the same thing with Man City as well, bro. They sign a bag of man that it don't work out. They sign a bag of man and it don't work out, bro. That man was buying fucking Marie and Lokonga and them man there. Do you know what I'm saying? And it didn't work out. Do you know what I'm saying? And they didn't really win nothing in that time either. So it's so easy to sit there, yeah. It's so easy to sit there and nitpick about what the owners did and what the owners didn't do, or they should have got this player, they should have signed Sangare, he's going to Brentford, they should have done this, they should have done that. Brother, no team's owners are gonna get everything right. No team's owners were gonna get everything right. And the funny thing is, yeah, when, for instance, when Liverpool's owners, yeah, didn't sign no one the year that Slot came in, bare people would have been saying, they're not serious, new managers coming, they ain't backed him. Then he won the fucking league. Then he won the league. Do you get what I'm saying? So then all of a sudden, all the man them that was saying, the owners didn't back him, then it looks mad now because he's won the league anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, brother, man can't sit there, yeah, like there's an owner at any club on the planet that gets everything right. It doesn't exist. And this has always been my thing. Like, you're allowed to see man do certain things right and do certain things wrong. You're allowed. And you have to be prepared for it as well, bro. Liverpool fans always complain about their owners. And then when they're winning, they don't complain about their owners. It's always the way. But they don't have perfect owners, but they've still won. They've still won Champions Leagues. They've still won leagues with owners, yeah, that for the most part, their fans know are not the best owners. So man can get things wrong and you can still win. It will always be this way. It will absolutely be this way. And it will always be this way. And that's why when exactly, you don't always need to be right. You just need to be right enough. And this is it. And this is why when I say to these man, yeah, this is why when I say to these man, even this Zubimendi point, I made that point, bro. These Arsenal fans, yeah, when they signed Zubimendi, they were gassing it up. Oh, yeah, we hijacked Liverpool and that. You know what I'm saying? Man got the next Rodri, all this rubbish, yeah. Bread didn't even start the Champions League final. Towards the end of the season, man was holding bench for Miles Lewis-Skelly, yeah, who wasn't playing all season. So Arteta's still fucking guessing his way through picking teams, bro. Still guessing, bro. Buying man to replace man that he's already bought and that. That's been his whole MO the whole time he's been in charge of Arsenal, bro. His whole time he's been there, he's been buying man to replace he's buying man to replace man that he just bought. He's been doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like buying man to hide Rice's deficiencies because there's many of them. Do you know what I mean? Bought Norgard didn't even play. There's so many things. But no one will talk about it because man are winning. But then when it's our club, man want to complain all the time. The bottom line is, yeah, when I look at what Ineos have done in 2 seasons, bro, yeah, they've got some things wrong, but they've got more right than wrong, bro. And like my man said, you ain't got to be right all the time. You just got to be right enough. You just have to be right enough. Because the truth is, Eze's flopped. But because Arsenal won the league, it don't matter. Eze's flopped. They spent 60 odd million on Eze. He's been rubbish. They spent X amount of money on Gyökeres. He's been rubbish as well. Truth be told, yeah, there was rumors of Arsenal trying to swap Gyökeres for Alvarez, and I believe that they're trying to get rid of him after 1 season because he's rubbish. So when you look at the 8 signings they made last season, bro, Nketiah is the only signing that looks like good value for money. The only one. All the rest of them, man, look dead. Madueke, dead. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, all these men look rubbish. But it doesn't matter because they won. And this is why, like I say to man, yeah, man have rose-tinted glasses for other clubs, but for our clubs, everything's doom and gloom, bro. No, it's not doom and gloom, bro. Like, we're going to get things wrong. We're going to get things right. Every owner's going to get things right. Every owner's going to get things wrong, bro. And I'm sure Aston Villa fans will feel the same way, bro. Them man had 1 season, they had Sancho. Next season, they had fucking Rashford. Then them man went and spent money and went and got that fucking, the Dutch baller, Donny Marlon. Do you know what I'm saying? Aston Villa always got players coming in and out, revolving door at fucking Aston Villa. But guess what? Europe again. Europe again. So because Unai Emery got them Europe again, the fans are going to be looking at it like, cool. Like, there's bare instability at the football club, but we keep getting Europe. So, you know what I'm saying? It's that. That doesn't mean the owners are good. That doesn't mean the recruitment's good. That man just won a trophy. And the last part of the season, they were in decline, bro. It felt like every single week towards the end of the season, Aston Villa they were in free fall. That's what it felt like. It felt like they were just losing every week, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's so easy, yeah, to look at other people's teams and think that the grass is greener. But the truth is, everyone's got their own problems. Everyone's got their own problems. And that's just life lessons as well, blood, because people are always looking at what other people have. Do you know what I mean? And comparing it to what they have. But you don't know, yeah, what people are going through behind closed doors, blood. You know what I mean? You don't know that. So just to assume that everyone's doing better than you is crazy. Like, from what I can see, yeah, we're starting to stabilize right now. And in terms of how we're run, we're one of the better run teams, bro. We're one of the better run teams out of the big 6 now. Do you know what I'm saying? Tottenham are spending a little bit of money now, yeah, because they've been embarrassed into spending money. Do you know what I mean? But that will dry up. It always dries up. Like, Tottenham are doing this right now to spend their way out of trouble. But if you think Tottenham are going to be spending 250 million a season, yeah, you've got it all wrong, mate. They're not going to be doing that. They're just doing this now because They understood that there was major gaps in their squad and they couldn't fathom another season like the last two. They couldn't fathom it. So they're spending their way out of trouble, but they're not going to keep spending like that. Even the fact that Arsenal just won the league, yeah, and them man are haggling over a little 5 million for fucking Bruno Guimaraes, bro. The truth is, yeah, had they not won the league, they probably would have just paid the dough already. It would have been done. But now they've won the league, man can take their foot off the gas a little bit. That's what's happening. Because, bro, they could have paid that dough a long time ago. Like, bro, you was willing to pay 100 million for Morgan Rogers. The money's there. It's not like the dough's not there. It's not like it's not there. They're taking bare long because they already won something. So the urgency's not there. It's not there. And the reason why Spurs are spending the way they're spending is because they're embarrassed and they're in trouble. So when you look at it that way, yeah, everyone's acting accordingly. That's it. Everyone's acting accordingly. I quite like the fact, yeah, that we're being sensible. We're keeping our cards close to our chest, yeah, and we're looking for the right deals. Because we were told that in this market, you have to overpay for everyone, but we've proven that's not the case. We've proven that's not the case. And the wickedest thing is, yeah, if Arsenal signs Yuri Tielemans, everyone's saying it's a great deal for 35 million. If it's Tottenham, everyone's saying it's a great deal. Yeah, I mean, if it's Chelsea, if it's Liverpool, everyone's saying it's a great deal. But when we do it, it's not a great deal. That's the signing of the window, no matter what happens. Because you're not going to get better value for money in this window than 35 million for Yuri Tielemans. You're not. You're not. So, literally, off rip, you're not going to get a better value for money signing than that. You're getting an international captain with European experience, international experience, all this experience in his prime. You're not getting that nowhere else for that price. You're not. We got Chelsea fans fucking celebrating signing Danny Welbeck. Celebrating signing Danny Welbeck. My guy Matisse, shout out my brother, talking about this is what we needed, you know. Matisse and Jordan Henderson, bro. Matisse and Jordan Henderson. I never thought I'd say the two people in the same sentence. Man said this is what we needed. If Manchester United signed Henderson and Welbeck, yeah, brother, I think Old Trafford might be on fire. I think Old Trafford might be on fire. Because our fans would have lost it, bro. You know them, our fans would have absolutely lost it. But this is what I'm saying. But then the same players, yeah, the same people that will see Chelsea and Welbeck and Chelsea and Henderson, these are the same men that are trying to tell me about our owners, blood. Chelsea just signed Jordan fucking Henderson in 2026, bro. But man are looking at Chelsea like Chelsea are the benchmark for anything, bro. They're not the benchmark for nothing, bro. They spent 2 billion quid and we don't know where it's gone, blood. Brother, they still employ Garnacho, blood. Like the brother went out on loan. Them man still have the Netos, the Gittins, the Delaps on the book. Still. Mikhailo Mudryk just got his ban lifted, bro. Do you know what I mean? For his asthma pumps and that. He's still on the books, bro. Look at their squad. They got 50 man in the squad. They can't even register everything. But man think that Chelsea's better run than us somehow. Impossible. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's so easy to look at other teams and say, oh, no, but these guys have got it figured out. No. They haven't got it figured out. Everyone is just trying a thing, bro. Everyone. Nobody's got it spot on. No one. No one. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Chelsea got a bag of centre-backs and they're all shit. A bag of them. You know them? I saw the list of centre-backs they got. Do you know what I mean? Look like the French national team. I think there's one white brother there. Just a bag of dead icy freeze, blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's crazy. I couldn't believe it when I saw their centre-back options. Like, the thing was looking mad. Do you get me? But man want to look at Chelsea and say, oh yeah, but Chelsea don't let players stay too long and they get rid of players and do that. Well, they don't do it soon enough. Because why they got 50 man on the books, bruv? Why they got 50 man on the books if they get rid of players so efficiently, blood? They got the biggest squad in the fucking league. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's mental. It's actually mental. So it's so quick, yeah. It's so easy, yeah, to look at other people's teams and think that they've got it all figured out. But the truth is, yeah, nobody's got it spot on. No one. Bro, Man City's thing's crazy as well. They've been signing bare players. Bare players. That I like Reinders. Their man brought Reinders, hasn't worked out. I don't know what you man think of that Nico brother, but I think he's been mad underwhelming, blood. I wouldn't say that's been a successful signing. I wouldn't say that's been a successful signing. They don't really trust him. You know what I'm saying? Them man signed Nunez as a midfielder, yeah? He's a good right back. I like him at right back. But in midfield, it weren't working out for him either, bro. Pep saved his life. Pep saved his life turning him to a right back. Or else he was another one that was going to get sold. Mamouche ain't worked out. Like, a bag of these signings have not worked out, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, a bag of these signings haven't worked out. But again, nobody's going to talk about it because it's Man City and because they're used to winning. No one's going to look at the amount of money that they waste bringing in players that are not good. Savinho hasn't worked out either. And these are all recent signings. When you look at Savinho, when you look at Reinders, when you look at Nico, when you look at Nunez, obviously Nunez reinvented himself as a right back, but Nunez centre mid didn't work out. Didn't work out. Kushnov is working out now, but at the beginning, man were worried about Kushnov, but he's turned the corner now. Cherky's quality anyway, but they haven't been playing him really. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Calvin Phillips is just one of the long list of players that gone to City and it hasn't worked out. There's a long list. There's a long list, but it doesn't matter because they win. Do you get what I'm saying? So my point is, yeah, just because teams are winning, don't assume that it means that they're getting loads of things right. Nah, bro. Man are getting loads of things wrong as well, bro. So you can't just look at a team's success here and say, yo, they are successful because they get everything right. Nobody gets everything right. Nobody gets everything right. And this and I say that to say, yeah, this is why I don't like the energy when it comes from my club. Because people just want to moan. Like we're the only club here that don't get things right all the time, bro. It's crazy. They sold Trafford, exactly, and they just bought Trafford. But I believe the Trafford situation was, Trafford was under the impression that he was going to be the number one keeper at Man City, and then they bought Donnarumma, and then he was unhappy and he wanted to leave. That's how I understand it. That's how I understand it. And saying that we haven't won enough, it's not that we haven't won enough because it's our fault. It's not our fault. Man can say we haven't won enough, but we've won more than a lot of teams, bro. We've won more than a lot of teams, yeah, in the last fucking Lord knows how long. That's the reality. It might not be the major trophies that we would have wanted, but you also look at the finals that we fucking lost in that time as well. Now, I keep saying it, bro. We lost a fucking European final twice, yeah? One on fucking penalties, and our goalkeeper missed the fucking penalty, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Brother, if we win that fucking final when De Gea's on the pens and then we beat Spurs, which we should have, that's 2 more European fucking finals, you know? 2 more European trophies. And we should have had both of those because we shouldn't have lost either of those games. We shouldn't have. Do you know what I'm saying? Man have got to finals and lost more finals than certain man have won trophies in the last, 10 years, bro? So everything is context, bro. Like, this has been our worst period in a long time, and it's still been more successful than a lot of clubs. It still has. So with that in mind, yeah, with that in mind, man have to be balanced, bro. Man have to be balanced, innit? Like, we're not going to get everything right. We're not. We are going to get things wrong. There are going to be things like, for instance, the Ten Hag situation where the new owners came in. Everyone was in unanimous agreement that Ten Hag should have got sacked. But Barada and Barada, Wilcox, and Dan Ashworth, yeah, weren't in the job long enough. And what we were told was, them man started work in July because they was in gardening leave, and they didn't have enough time to sort out the manager. So they decided to keep the manager, which I completely understand. For the simple fact that the owner, if you're owner of a business, yeah, and you don't have the expertise to employ somebody, think about it. The CEO of the business doesn't recruit people to work for them. They don't. There's somebody that recruits. You know them ones. If you're working in Marks and Spencer's, the Marks and Spencer CEO is not fucking looking at CVs, bruv. He's not. Do you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a manager of said store that recruits. So if the manager's not there, bruv, you're not gonna see the CEO of Marks and Spencer's looking at CVs, cuz. So if Jim and them man are like, yo, we didn't know who to give the job to, it's not our expertise, then bro, that's fine. We just have to charge it to the fucking game, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's some logic in that. Ruben Amorim was the wrong recruitment. He was the wrong recruitment. But the funny thing is, yeah, all the data said that he was a good manager. All the data said he was a good manager. And this is also why I don't always like data. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you completely understand, yeah? You completely understand why Ruben Amorim was chosen, yeah? Based on what he was projected to do, blood. But again, this is Andre Villas-Boas all over again. Villas-Boas, if you look at the data, looked like a good fucking coach, blood. European champion, Portuguese. Their man are dreaming of another Jose. Didn't work out. Do you get what I'm saying? And this is why, yeah, it's good to have a combination of data and a man that just knows ball and can see stuff. That's why it's important to have a mixture, bro, because data alone, if you keep just going for data alone, it's going to be hit, miss, and it might be more misses than hits if you look at data. This is why you need the eye test to consolidate it. You need the eye test to consolidate it. Do you know what I'm saying? And ultimately, that's why Dan Ashworth got sacked, bro. Man got sacked because all of these men together, it wasn't working. The Ashworth, Wilcox, and Barada thing, bro. It wasn't working. There was a disconnect, bro. You know what I'm saying? Them man weren't all pulling in the same direction, and someone had to go. And they were saying that he was close to Eric Ten Hag, bro. Like, how can you be close to Eric Ten Hag, bro? Like, how can you even have a functional relationship with that guy? He's an android, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, brother, if you're friends with Ten Hag, you can't be friends with me because that bread's weird, innit? I'm sorry. You know them ones, like, brother, like any man that's out here really saying, yeah, he's a good guy, we should give him time, bro. Nah, bro, this is crazy. It never makes sense. You get me? So as much as I don't like the Amorim thing, yeah, as much as I don't like it, bro, Amorim was linked with Liverpool. He was linked to the bag of teams because the data pointed to him being a good candidate. We took a gamble and it didn't work. The same way you can take a gamble with a player. Like, people are getting onto the owners for taking a gamble with Amorim and it not working, but you could take a gamble on a player. The same man that are saying, they shouldn't have hired Ruben Amorim, they're the same man that are saying, Rance, we should buy Sangare, he looks good. We should buy fucking Kamara, he looks good. These are all gambles. It's the same gamble. It's the same gamble. Gambling with a manager or gambling with a player, there's no difference, bro. You know, it's all gambles, bro. Some gambles are just more educated than others. This is what people need to understand. So you can gamble with a player, but the difference is with gambling with a player is, yeah, If the player's not performing, you can bench him for someone else. You can't bench the manager. Do you get what I'm saying? So then it makes it harder to move on from the manager. But a gamble's a gamble. Do you get what I'm saying? A gamble is a gamble, bro. So you just have to look at it. Man saying that Sangare looks quality, bro. Most players look quality when you watch them playing on fucking compilations. Most of them do. Brother, do you know how shit you have to be to look shit on comps? That's how I know, yeah, that Diamande's shit. Because he don't even look good in compilations. Brother don't even look good in comps. That's how I know he's shit. It's crazy. It's not making no sense. Like, when I watch a comp of someone and they look rubbish, I know they got no chance. Because, bro, these are your best bits. That's like a girl looking dead with makeup on. It's like, brother, you don't want to see that get removed. Because it's only downhill from here, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Man are watching comps of man and I'm thinking, hold on, this is on a good day. This is on a good day. Just like that that a lot of you man were trying to gas to me that Aston Villa signed that midfielder. He's rubbish, bro. Rubbish. I can't remember what's his name. I don't know, like Mazambi or something. I don't know. What the fuck this youth state? But he's crap, bro. Was he Swiss or something? Crap. You know them ones there? Man was saying there, Mazambi, bro. A man was like, oh, Rants, we should be looking at. Bro, it's rubbish. What? Man had a good 30 minutes in the World Cup. Man, I guess he's crap. You know, I couldn't even find a good compilation of him. I couldn't even find a good one, bro. You know them way there? Crazy. Brother, as soon as I saw, brother, I said, you know what? Let me look for Brazil Scout, yeah? Because normally Brazil Scout got an in-depth thing, bro. After like 10 seconds of this comp, I said, yo, this stinks. This stinks. But I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a good 5 minutes, 6 minutes, yeah? Just to see if there's anything there, brother. I'm just seeing, brother, man look like a midfield mad wakey, bro. Clumsy, fucking falling over his feet, rubbish. You know what I mean? I was like, brother, rubbish. And he's going to replace Yuri Tielemans in the midfield, rubbish. You get me? The man can't even control their own feet, blood. And this is the problem. But some of you, man, would say, sign this you. Because I've been seeing it during the World Cup. Oh, Rants, he's young and that, bro. So you, man, get gassed with these dead young ballers, bro. So these man could easily look at data and get it wrong with a young manager. Easy. It's easy to do. So you have to give man the benefit of the doubt. You have to give man the benefit of the doubt, yeah? Owners are allowed to get managers wrong. Managerial appointments wrong. They're allowed. They're allowed to get, the recruitment are allowed to get players wrong. However, you have to get more right than wrong, and they've done that with players. Under Sir Alex Ferguson, we got a bag of players wrong. We got a bag of players wrong. Like, if you look at the list of players that we actually bought that were crap, yeah, we were just lucky that we had a spine of the likes of the Giggs, the class of 92 spine. Do you know what I'm saying? And then the Carrick and Scholes spine and all these things. Because we had the spine, all the players that were brought in were rubbish, bro. It was just like a conveyor belt, in and out. You know what I'm saying? In and out. I remember we signed what, one left back before, the Dutch youth or something like that. And he was just rubbish, blood. What was his name? I can't even remember. One of you lot remember. I think he was Dutch or something like that. But, bro, we signed a bag of dead ballers, bro. Kleberson had something, Butner, bro. Come on, man. Do you know what I'm saying? That Forlan didn't work, but Forlan gave us some moments against Liverpool and stuff like that. But Alex Butner, bro. Like, look at the kind of signings that man made. They were shit, bro. You get me? The Butners, the Jembers. Do you know what I mean? A bag of shit goalkeepers. Do you know what I'm saying? A bag of shit goalies. Like, man got fucking, man got the two French youths, Bellion and the other one, Aubertin. But we signed a bag of scrubs, bro. Do you know what I mean? Manucho was a scrub as well. We signed that Diouf brother that ended up going to Stoke and that. Mama Diouf and that. Bebe. Brother, all these man were scrubs, man. Do you see what I'm saying? We signed a bag of scrubs. Dan James was a scrub as well. Like, we signed a bag of scrubs. But because we had such a strong spine, all of those signings went down, they got brushed away. So when I look at Ineos right now, and I say the only guy that they signed that is an actual scrub is Ugarte, bro. One bad signing. One signing where I'm looking at man and saying, why, how, what did you see in this guy, bro? Like, what? Do you know what I'm saying? And out of what? How many signings is it? Like 13 signings. To get one wrong, that's not bad. Brian, I don't even include Brian in that because Brian has some qualities. Ugarte has no qualities. He has none. All the other players, I look at and I say, you have some qualities. With Brian, yeah, as much as Brian, yeah, like, he's not the kind of player I would like. His work rate off the ball and what he gives us in terms of shape is very good. He's very good in transition as well. He offers us something and he can finish. His on the ball deficiencies is what upsets me. That's what upsets me. But he's still a valuable player. He's still a player that will score us double figures in the league. Every season he'll get double figures. That's more than what Rashford will give, man. So it's one of them things where I can't even, as much as I hate watching Brian Mbeumo play, yeah, I can't say he's a flop. I can't say he's a flop, bro. Because he scores goals and he scored important goals for man as well. Ugarte don't offer man nothing. Like, how many times have we watched the game and we've been like, you know what, Ugarte's contributed today. Man's not even contributing. Do you get what I'm saying? Man's not even contributing, bro. So, out of all the signings, only one hasn't contributed nothing. That's not bad. That's not bad, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So, brother, I can't even, like, bro, if man are getting one wrong out of 13 or something like that, it's calm. It's calm. Do you know what I mean? And if they get one wrong out of the next 13, the whole squad's revamped by then. Do you get what I'm saying? Because their recruitment's actually been good. Their recruitment has been good. So with that in mind, yeah, when I look at the hits and the misses, yeah, Rasmus Højlund was not theirs. When I look at the hits and misses, yeah, they've got a better track record than any other team in the last 2 years, bruv. In the last 2 windows. Nobody's got a better track record than us in the last 2 windows in terms of recruitment. Nobody. So it's calm. And in this window as well, we just need to wait and see. Santos is already a hit for me, and Tielemans is already a hit because it's Yuri Tielemans. Man, I've seen enough from Santos in 2 games against nobodies to know that he's a good player. And plus, I've seen him at Chelsea. So I already know. Those are 2 hits already. I know I can say that with confidence. I can say that with confidence. 2 good signings. So now we just need to wait and see. Remember, this is only their 3rd summer window. The first window was the Euro Mazraoui De Ligt window. The second window was Sesko, Cunha, Brian. And then obviously Dorgu Heaven was January. We also got the goalkeeper. Bro, solid signings. They've actually been, yeah, immaculate when it comes to signings, bro. Whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, yeah, their recruitment has been, yeah, man could say A2, blood. It's not A1 because they got one wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? They got one wrong. But in the last 2 seasons, nobody's got more right than them in the transfer window. No other team. No other team has got more right in the last 2 years than us. Even City, we went over it. Since last January, City have signed a bag of man. They don't even play Aït-Nouri, bro. They don't even play him. Brother, we forget that he plays for Man City because he don't play. And Aït-Nouri's a good player, but it hasn't worked out at Man City for him either. A bag of man has not worked out for. Mamouche, bag of money, bag of wages didn't work out, hasn't worked out. They're trying to get rid of him. Savinho hasn't worked out. Reinders ain't worked out yet. Gonzalez ain't worked out yet. You know what I'm saying? So we've done better recruitment-wise than City, than Arsenal, than Chelsea when it comes to hits and misses. All them man are getting a bag of misses. All of them man are getting a bag of misses, bro. The squad that we look at right now, yeah, has almost completely been built by them in 2 windows. So this is why, yeah, this is why I say people need to be balanced, bro. They've got things wrong. I would have sacked Eric Ten Hag, yeah. I would have sacked Eric Ten Hag immediately if I took over when they took over. Even if I didn't have a replacement, I would have sacked him. Like, I would have rather gone into the season with an interim manager than kept him. But that's how I feel about it. Do you know what I'm saying? The Ruben Amorim one, they could have sacked him earlier. They could have sacked him earlier, but again, they didn't. For whatever reason, they didn't sack him for. But they also put in motion the new stadium. They sorted out the training ground. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, financially, this was the first year that we showed a profit since 2019. So off the pitch, Barada's got it right there as well, which means we got more money to spend. So, brother, even though I don't like these, man, they're a net positive. They're a net positive, bro. Because the truth is, yeah, we was in a much worse situation before they came in, bro. And people, whether people want to admit it or not, the proof's in the pudding. We're back in the Champions League with an unrecognizable squad almost. Almost unrecognizable, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? The guys that fired us into Champions League football last season, they bought all of them. They bought all of them. Dorgu, Sesko, Cunha, Mbumo. They bought all of them. So it just is what it is. It just is what it is, bro. Are we going to spend the money? We are going to spend the money, but we're going to spend the money on the right ones. Bro, I don't care what time the signings come in, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't care when the signings come in, bro. Because if I remember correctly, the season that Casemiro came in, yeah, he came in during the season, blood. Because I swear we lost the first couple games and then he was like, yo, I'm going to fix it kind of thing. So we started the season. I swear we got popped twice, innit? We got popped by Brighton and Brentford before Cass came in. Cass didn't come in before the season had already started. I don't care when the players come in. Listen to what I'm saying. Because especially if we're getting Premier League proven players, like, brother, if we can't beat Hull and Ipswich, who gives a fuck? If we can't beat them without any additions to what we have now, yeah, that's our own problem. It got nothing to do with signings, cuz. Got nothing to do with signings. I could tell you that for free, bruv. Because the team that we have right now, yeah, if you swap Yuri Tielemans in for Casemiro and you play the same team that we played last season, that's enough to beat Hull. That's enough to beat Hull, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's enough to beat Ipswich as well. I don't care what anyone says. So if these men can't do it, that's on them. That ain't got nothing to do with the owners. One thing I would say, if we go and I would go and get fucking Sanderberg, who's Premier League proven, and again, he don't need to settle into the team. I'd go and get fucking, brother, my fucking Hendricks available. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Real Madrid want to get rid of Hendrick? Run me that real quick. Run me that real quick. Bobby Charlton to the theatre, bruv. Run me that now. What are you talking about? Bun Chouameni, Bun Camavinga, run me Hendrick right now. Run me Hendrick, Lewis Hall, yeah, and fucking Sanderberg, bro, and close the window. I don't care. Run me Hendrick immediately, bro. Immediately. That's what man need to do. Immediately run that. Crazy work. Just run me them free, bro. Call it a day. Call it a day, brother. That's what them man need to do. I don't want Tramini. I don't want Camavinga. You see these 300 grand a week merchants, they can fuck off. They can fuck off, man. I don't want none of these guys. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody at my club that we need to convince to join us, bro. I want no one at our club that we need to convince, bro. Because the thing is, the fact that man are saying, oh, man have to convince these man to take this amount of money and that. No, bruv. No, we're not doing this convince thing. We're not doing none of that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, go and get ballers that know that United is the thing, and they'll be happy to play at United. Hendrick can come play Champions League football at the theatre, bro. Do the Bobby Charlton thing in real life, cuz. You get me? Sanderberg can come kick ball, come play Champions League football. Lewis Hall, do you know what I mean? Come play Champions League football again. Man is not begging no Tramini or no Camavinga to appreciate man's club, bro. That's crazy. That will never make sense to me. That will never make sense to me. Like, man don't want to have to be sitting here, do you know what I mean, and trying to sell you anything, bro. I'm not selling nothing, bro. We're Man United. Like, we're Man United. This is crazy. Do you know what I mean? And Hendrick would be perfect as well as a little marquee thing for the Amazon thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Hendrick just cut through with, you get me, with the Bruno Mars perm and that. You get me? Brother, run me the Hendrick thing, Bobby Charlton thing. Trust me. Run it. Needs to be done. It needs to be done. But man, I want to do this 300 grand a week Camavinga Tramini thing, bro. It's dead. It's super dead. That's not what we're trying to build right now, bro. Do you know what I mean? And I'd rather that we don't go away from all the good work that we've done. We've done some good work building like a togetherness and, do you know what I'm saying, a camaraderie, and getting rid of certain players like fucking Garnacho and the Rashfords and all them. The dressing room looks settled, bro. Do you know what I mean? So man can't be keeping Rashford and then bringing in a fucking 300 grand a week player and that. Like, it's all dead, man. Forget all that. Do you know what I mean? Man need to keep the stability that we've got in it, and we need to bring in personalities, bro. And you see Hendrick, bro. That's a personality. Man, I've seen him at Lyon, bro. This motherfucker speaks French already. Do you know what I'm saying? This bro speaks English. Do you know what I mean? He's just a cool youth, blood. You get me? Man speaks bare languages and that. Looks like he's on banter. He just looks like a calm bro. Man's on that. And you don't need to rush him either. He's young. You know what I mean? So you could just rotate him into the team. He don't have to start. You don't have to start. And off the bench, you know man's going to take one touch and ras it, blood. You know what I mean? You know that. So, man have to do that. Man said if you encourage personality, shouldn't you be praising the thing? Brother, Welbeck's a good signing. I understand why they brought in Jordan Henderson. I don't have a problem with it. My thing was, I said, if Man United made those signings, man would chat shit. That's what I said. I never said they're not good signings. I never said that. I never said that at all. But the fact is, the way Chelsea, man, are gaslighting, man, is crazy to me. You know that, man? That's what I'm saying. Because them, man, are gaslighting, man, like it's a good sign. Bruv, it's all right. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't take away nothing from the team. Do you know what I'm saying? But we can't say they're good signings. You're not losing nothing, but let's not you get me? Let's not gas what you're gaining. Do you get what I mean? That's my thing. You're definitely not losing anything by bringing in those guys. I'm sure they won't be a massive though, and they'll see it as the last chance of being at a top club. Like, it's great, innit, on paper. They're not losing anything, but they're not gaining as much as they think. But these men were telling me they were signing Adam Wharton and Alex Scott, and then they signed Jordan Henderson, bro. To me, that's hilarious. That's what I'm saying. Kind of funny. Brother, it has to be, bro. Bro, get Bobby Charlton to the theatre, bro. They got to do it. They got to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, Like when I'm looking at our recruitment, the main point that I'm trying to hammer home is that nobody's getting it right all the time, but we've got it right more often than others. And I'm only saying the last couple of years because man can only judge man for what they've done. Man can't judge them for the sins of the pagans before them. Do you get what I'm saying? So with that in mind, that's what I'm saying. When people are like, oh, are you on the payroll or this, that, and the other? No, bruv. It's got nothing to do with that. It's just that I can separate what's happening from what I feel. And bare man are just talking from feelings and they're not talking from facts. Because the facts are, man have done some good work and they've done some bad work. But the good work outweighs the bad work. And the thing is, if you're so quick to outline the bad work here, but you don't want to acknowledge the good work here, then you've just got an agenda, bro. That's it. That's it. Do you get what I'm saying? If you refuse to acknowledge, all the positive they do because you don't like them, then bro, you're just not credible. You're just not credible, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And people will back people like this because they believe that their quote unquote politics, that is kind of what that's what kind of makes you the fan that you are. I don't believe that. I don't believe in the politics. I just believe in calling a spade, bro. If something's shit, I say shit. If I think something's good, I say it's good. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, people feel like politically you have to be Glazers in or Glazers out, and there's no nuance, there's no nothing. People don't think that you can be against, you can not like the ownership, but also praise the good things that they do. That's not real life. That's not real life. Do you get what I'm saying? That's not real life at all. So people need to chill. People need to chill. Man said the issue with many United supporters is that we bought big names. They'll complain about why we're not making smart signings. But bro, that's what they did. That's what they did. When we spent all the money, when we spent money on the Anthony's and all these other things, bro, then man will look and say, oh, why couldn't we get the 5 million Caicedos, and why couldn't we get this? Why couldn't we get that? But then if we go and get the 5 million Caicedos, we go and get the 20 million Patrick Dorgu, man will say, who the fuck's this you? Do you get what I'm saying? Man will say, who the fuck's this you? This is what man will do. This is what they'll do. They'll be like, who's this guy? So these men never know what they want. They might never know what they want. And this is what it is. They'll rather get a big name signing, that don't work out just for the dopamine and just for the bragging rights to say, yo, my club did this or my club did that. No, I'm not on that. I'm not on that. I'd rather just do the profile things. Hey guys, what am I missing, bro? What am I missing in the chat, bro? Man are talking about Rock Nation and stuff, bro. What are you man doing, bro? What are you man doing? Man said hand of Arsenal, Vinny Bomber. Or him again. You know what I'm saying? What the man called Hand of Wank and that. What's that? What's Hand of Wank, bro. Hey, bro, shout out Lee Judges, bro. This is what I'm saying, bro. Man, Arsenal agreed terms with Vinicius. Yeah, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? All right, bro. Like, literally every outlet in Spain was like, yo, the bread, I want to leave Real Madrid, but Arsenal have agreed terms. All right, cool. All right, cool. You know them ones there, bro. I've agreed terms with fucking Ali Berry, blood. Man said, hey, bro, listen, you need to pause that, bro. You know them way there because, boy, I swear down. You need to pause that, bro, because that's looking a bit mad, like. You know them way there. I was gonna read that, and I'm like, nah, bro, you can't, bro. Trust me, bro. Man, get indicted for them kind of things. Hey, brother, it's crazy. I will not be there, blood. You know them way there. That's none of my business, rude boy. I can't lie. That's a lava thing. Um. So yeah, man said the same brother that was slagging him off a couple days ago. I haven't seen it. What Hand of Arsenal was cooking him. Man said if Vinny joins, is this the biggest transfer in Premier League history? Of course not. Premier League history. Brother, Man City signed Robinho, blood. Robinho's fucking bigger than Vinicius Jr., blood. Like, Vinicius is, bruv, what is Vinicius? Man said the biggest signing in Premier League history. Brother, what are we doing here, bro? Hey, brother, like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Come on here, man. Do you know what I'm saying, brother? Nah, bro. No, it wouldn't, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? The reason why it might feel like a big signing is because Arsenal fans are the biggest see you next Tuesdays in Premier League history. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We signed Angel Di Maria, blood. Arsenal signed Mesut Ozil, blood. We signed Zlatan Ibrahimovic, bro. Zlatan is bigger than Vinicius Jr., blood. Like, brother, that is crazy. Vinny. Shut up, man. You know what I mean? Man said fucking Premier League history. Shut up, man. You know them way? They're like, what are you talking about? But Di Maria's 10 times the player Vinicius was. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Brother, even Casemiro's bigger than Vinicius. Brother, Vinicius ain't even a man in his own team, bro. Like, that's crazy work. But it's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? With Matisse, that is the biggest. Bro, Arsenal fans are insufferable, you know? Absolute wank stains, bro. You know what I mean? Brother, these men are crazy. Do I think Di Maria is better than Vinny? Brother, he's miles clear of Vinicius. Vinicius wishes he was Di Maria. What are we talking about? Do you know what I mean? The Paul Pogba signing was way bigger than fucking Vinicius. I even forgot about Paul Pogba. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, bro? Brother, Paul Pogba and Stormzy, bro. Are you crazy? That might be one of the best. That might be the best announcement in Premier League history. Like, what are we fucking doing here? A whole Pogba, Casemiro, Zlatan, all these players that we've had, and man's telling me about Vinicius. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Do you see what I'm saying? He ain't even rated in Brazil like that. Can't even lie. Never rated in Brazil. Rafa Varane's a bigger player than Vinicius for sure, but because Varane's a defender, he's not gonna have the gas. Like, bro, even Ronaldo coming back to Man United was bigger news than Vinicius, and it was a washed Ronaldo as well, brother. Look, how many washed, brother? Old man Ronaldo and old man Zlatan was bigger news than fucking Vinicius, bro. You man really think the world revolves around your dead club? You know, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Brother, if they sign Vinny, yeah, which ain't gonna happen, well, you man gonna go outside and do another parade and that? Is that what you man gonna do? Another parade for Vinny and that? You're gonna build the statue and start spraying the mural and that? Crazy, bro. Hey, that club's starving. You know what I'm saying? Fuck me, blood. Bro, what's man talking about? Man said the biggest signing in Premier League fucking history. Brother, what? Brother, most of these men are in their 20s, innit? These Arsenal fans. Man said Premier League history is crazy, bro. I don't even know, bruv. You know what I'm saying? So, here's what it is anyway. Vinny rubbish anyway, so game is the game, innit? Oh yeah, I remember the Party Hard tune as well. You know what I'm saying? Man party too hard, bro. And my man's probably gonna do jail time now. Man said I want them to sign him. He don't fit Arteta's system. He doesn't. But you know what? if they do sign him, Arteta might change the system and be a bit more expansive, which is good for us because then they're easier to play against. So I can't lie. It's a win-win, really. But either way, bro, I don't find him remotely scary. I think he's just above average player, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't rate Vinny like that. Man said a counter argument to not wanting Camavinga Tchouaméni is that Madrid players just see to show a different level of class after just seem to show a different level of class. You're 100% right, my brother. Big up for the super chat. And I have said before, yeah, that Real Madrid is a place, yeah, that it shrinks a lot of the players, man, going to Real Madrid, bro. A lot of players seem to kind of start to go within themselves at Real Madrid. Because there's so many stars, it's very, very hard to stand out, and you kind of just get lost amongst like all the fuss, do you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. It happens a lot. Players go to Real Madrid and they kind of shrink. And it's almost like when you go to a club where there's less expectation, there's less noise, there's less competition in terms of who wants to be the main guy. You're right. Sometimes it just gives them a new lease of life. And that is 100% spot on. However, I think for someone like Tchouaméni, if I'm being completely honest, yeah, like even before you went to Real Madrid, I wasn't mad sold on him like that. Like I think he's a good player. Do you know what I mean? But I always thought Camavinga was better. But again, even the Camavinga thing, I don't even know if he's kicked on, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's kicked on since going to Real Madrid. So for instance, if I sign him, I'm not sure what we're getting. Like, do you get what I mean? I'm not sure what we're getting. I know what ability he's got, but I'm not sure what he's getting. I'm not sure what we're getting, bro, because I've never seen him as the main guy in the midfield. I've never seen it, bro. And sometimes, yeah, in football, yeah, you know, if your career stagnates, people just move past you, blood. Because, bro, like, think about it. Like, look at the Jadon Sancho example, for existence. Like, the Jadon Sancho that was at Dortmund, yeah, we're never going to see that again. We're never going to see that again. And the facts are, yeah, when you go to certain clubs and then your career stagnates, people just move past you. Do you know what I'm saying? And you kind of lose something. You either lose that spark or... Because you never really lose ability, but you can just lose that spark and lose that confidence and it never comes back. Do you get what I'm saying? And now, even if he wanted to, yeah, Sancho can't turn back time, bro. He can't just be that Sancho again. And man are saying that he's not hungry, but bro, the truth is we don't know if Camavinga's hungry because all the noise is that he's happy to stay at fucking Real Madrid, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Like all the noise coming out is that he's happy to stay at Real Madrid and just make his money and not play. Man are saying, oh, put him as a start and let him run games. But bro, we don't know if he can do that anymore because he hasn't done it in so long. Bro, we saw the handover Arsenal thing, bro. Like, that's not happening, bro. Their man needs to give up. Like, he's not going to Arsenal, bro. Like, the brother literally wants to stay at Real Madrid, bro. This agreed personal terms is bullshit, bro. Bro, that's what I'm saying. I can't be asked to do this. I lie. Man, them trying to, you know what I mean? Man doing this captain save a whole thing. Like, bro, it's long. Man ain't trying to save no hoes. Man ain't even trying to save no hoes, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not making sense. Like, brother, like, man want a player that's playing well right now, yeah? Because, like, for instance, yeah, Sander Berg's just come off the back of a good season and a good World Cup. You go and get a Camavinga that's happy at Real Madrid, don't want to leave, didn't even get picked for the World Cup squad. You don't know what you're signing. You're getting a brother that potentially got kicked out of his team because they didn't want him. He didn't want to leave as well, so he's unhappy. And then he's not hungry as well to prove himself. So you just got a brother that's happy to just pick up his money at Man United. No, thank you. Like, no, thank you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here for that, really. I'm not here for that. Man said, is Bruno G and Rice the best midfield pivot in the Prem? How I would respond to that is Bruno G and Tonali finished 12th last season, and Tonali's better than Declan Rice. So make of that as you wish. Yeah, facts. Same with Lewis Hall as well. So the difference is with Lewis Hall, yeah. Man know what Lewis Hall can do. Here, he's younger. There's no acclimatization. There's no risk. Lewis Hall's not going to be on 300k. Lewis Hall's not happy at Newcastle, and Newcastle are forcing him out. This is a brother that wants to play for Man United. So there's not really any similarities. The only similarities is both of them are coming off the back of not getting selected for their national team. That's where the similarities end. And Lewis Hall played the majority of games for Newcastle last season, bro. Camavinga don't get picked. So there's nothing worrying about Lewis Hall. Would I pay 70 million for Lewis Hall? If it's including add-ons, yes, I would pay that, because he's the marquee signing for me. Like, the left, even though he's a left back, he's the signing that completely changes man's squad in terms of our defense and our attack. Like, he changes everything, bro. He's a transformative player, and sometimes you have to pay a little bit extra for them transformative players. Do you know what I'm saying? He would make a bigger difference than a Chouameni instead of a Sander Berg. He would make a much bigger impact. For me, if he signs Chouameni and Sander Berg, there's no difference to me, bro. If anything, Sander Berg probably got a better range of passing. Like, there's no difference to me. I think we can still do the same things with both of those players. But the difference between signing a Robinson, for instance, yeah, from Fulham, and a Lewis Hall, yeah, there's a big difference there for me. You get what I'm saying? I'd absolutely take Camavinga on loan if it was an option. I said these Arsenal guys need to relax. They're doing some twerking for Rodrigo last summer and ended up Maduki. Brother, you know what's funny, yeah? Earlier today, there was a briefing from Real Madrid that pretty much said that they've given Vinny a take it or leave it deal, yeah? And if he don't sign it, he can fuck off. And then all of a sudden, he's agreed terms with Arsenal, bruv. Like, brother, you get me? Man's playing chess, bro, and he's using Arsenal to get a new contract, bro. And I just, brother, as Man United fans, we've been there so many times. We've been there with Sergio Ramos. Do you know what I'm saying? We could have been there with Chouameni this summer, bro. Like, bro, Real Madrid players love using English teams, yeah, to get new contracts because they know that there's money here. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is nothing more than that. Nothing more than that. Bro, to be fair, Lewis Skelly as well, like, he would have been a decent option for left back, but you know what I'm saying? It's just not going to happen now. You know what I mean? Arsenal just won the league. If they didn't win the league, do you know what I'm saying? And then he didn't break into the team towards the end of the season, I reckon it could have been a possibility still. I think it could have been. Man said, I believe in staying consistent. I would have taken Kama and Chouameni first picks a few months ago. Won't rewrite history now. I still take them if they think they'll cook here, but it's all speculation. Now I hear that. I absolutely hear that. My thing is, Sander Berg is, I've always wanted Sander Berg, innit? And he's my first choice, innit? He's my first choice because I believe that he's what we need. And the more I see little clips of Michael Carrick talking about the football that he wants to play and stuff like that, I believe that he's the guy to get. And after his World Cup performance, for me, that's just hammered home even more why I want him at United. You know what I'm saying? And also when I look at the way that the team is put together in terms of the harmony of the team, all these other things. You have to think about it. Bringing in some 300 grand a week midfielder that might not necessarily be outplaying the guys that are there on half the money, to me, is problematic. Potentially problematic, because them man could come in, yeah, and be getting outperformed by fucking Santos, blood. And then how do we look then? You know what I mean? So I just don't really know, innit? I'm not sure what these man's motivations are, blood, because to be honest, I've said this about players before. If Chouameni was saying, yo, I want to play for Man United, do you know what I mean? Like, we've agreed terms and I want to play for Man United, like Brian was, I'd say go pay the money. But man are hearing that man's not sure, man's going to sign a new deal. Has he signed a new deal? Same with Camavinga. It's like, oh, he's happy, he don't want to leave, but Real Madrid are forcing him out. Man don't want a player that's getting forced out the club, bro. Man wants a player that's forcing themselves out the club because they want to play for us. That's what I want. That's what I want, guys. Hold on 1 second. Casemiro for another year thing was never gonna work. It was never gonna work, bro. He made up his mind that he was gonna leave. Is Mateus Fernandez actually injured, or is that just a rumor? Is that just a rumor? Is that actually the thing? Let's get these lights up as well, people. Let's run these up, man. Big up. I know you lot saying you wanted more fucking solo streams, blood. So I appreciate you lot. Make sure you interact with the show, man. It helps. Get the lights up, people. Yeah, Newcastle definitely in a relegation battle. 100%. There's no two ways about it. But yeah, man. Honestly, with United, I just want players that want to play for Man United, and the owners are like that as well, bro. Like Tielemans wanted to play for Man United. Aston Villa offered him a new deal and he turned it down. And said he wanted to play for us. So that's what we need. And Santos wanted to play for us. That's why the deal was so easy to make. Both them deals were done within 48 hours. So that's what we need, bro. Yeah, facts. The gap's not that big between signing a Sanderberg and going and getting Chouameni in terms of both of them, yeah. Like if we sign either of them, I'm not saying straight away, cool, we're challenging for the league straight away. If we get Chouameni over Sanderberg, like to me, that you get it. Like it's not making that much difference. Especially as man don't know consistently what man's getting out of Chouameni, bro. Because I've not seen him consistently play for Real Madrid in midfield. Because he's never been available, blood, or he's just not played. Like same with Camavinga. Like man can only remember what I've seen these men do in little spells, blood, and what they did before they went to Real Madrid, bro. But both of them have kind of stagnated. Both of them are in a situation in their career where we're not seeing the best of either of them, bro. Like it's not quite like the Sancho crossroads, but do you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these man's best performances, we're thinking before they went to Real Madrid, bro. Like we've seen, bro, fucking Chouameni's been used as a centre back. Camavinga's been playing at left back. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, brother, it's all, you get me? It's all a bit, you know what I'm saying? A man could go and get man can go and get Sander Berg, yeah, for 40 odd million. I said, bro, I didn't realize Liverpool squad was that shit, bro. It's awful. Santos was not pushed out. We wanted Santos, and it was easy for them to move Santos on, yeah, because he's not on big wages, and they could actually get money for him. They can't get rid of Lavia because he's injury prone. Enzo's gonna cost too much money. No one's gonna pay that. Do you know what I mean? And Caicedo weren't for sale, so naturally Santos was the one that had to make way. Hey, big up, man. Always big up. Big up everyone inside. You already know what time it is, man. Man, I like doing the solos because I get to interact with more of you lot. You know what I mean? So make sure you smash the like, bruv, and hope and help push the show up the algorithm. Man said Chouameni is definitely better, but for what we need, Berg can rotate. We'll have to play AT every game. Who? Oh, what? Who the fuck's AT, blood? I don't know, bro. And exactly. This is it, bro. They needed a cash injection, but once Man United came in for him, he was always gonna leave. I said last class performance I remember of Camavinga was City UCL final couple years ago. That's what I mean. That's a couple years ago. Brother, the Vinny news, I don't care about it. It's not from no proper source, blood. Who cares, innit? I said Tchouaméni will bring that calmness and maturity when we play teams like PSG and Barcelona. Sanderberg can do the same thing. Calmness. I saw calmness and maturity in the World Cup when man was playing against Brazil, bro. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I saw it when he was playing against us at Old Trafford as well. I'm not worried about all of that stuff, man. Again, a lot of it's overstated. Like good players can just play, innit? Man said Lewis Hall's not worth 70 million, but this is the market rate, same as Alex Scott. 80 million requested. They're saying they want 95 million for Alex Scott, which is insane. Do you see what I'm saying? Insane. Oh, Chouameni. Yeah, okay. Let me read that again then. What man said. So why did man say Chouameni is better for what we need? Berg can rotate. We will have to play Chouameni every game. Okay. You just don't like Chouameni again. Berg can rotate, but Berg is, bruv, Berg's the main guy, bruv. You get me? If you sign him, he's the main six, and then you rotate him with Santos, and then you rotate Tielemans with Kobe, and then you're perfect. Do you know what I'm saying? You would still rotate Chouameni with Santos for certain games, but I hear what you're saying. You're saying the amount of money that man are paying Chouameni, you would think he's going to start every game. I hear that, but again, if you plan to rotate, you're going to rotate anyway. You're going to rotate anyway. Man said you're right about good players can play, but Sanderberg's got no Champions League experience. I don't care. He's got World Cup experience. Do you get what I'm saying? He's got World Cup experience. I just seen man on the biggest stage, yeah, be one of the best midfielders in the whole tournament, bro. So I don't need to see Champions League experience, bro. Man, are forgetting teams like Rosenborg playing the Champions League as well. Do you know what I mean? Champions League experience is not just Real Madrid and PSG, blood. Do you know what I mean? There's other teams in the Champions League. Like Tottenham finished fourth in the Champions League group stages, bro. Tottenham are Tottenham, bruv. Yeah, 70 million for Lewis Hall is not bad at all. It's not bad at all. I'd pay it just because you know you're getting a player for 10 years. Like, bro, like man need the metronome. Man needs somebody that's going to man needs someone that's going to control the midfield, keep the ball moving, innit? Like Sanderberg does that. Like, I like that kind of player, the guy that's just gonna control the tempo, the metronome thing. That's what I need. Once Sandberg turns like a truck, in my opinion. No, he doesn't, bro. So you don't watch him. Man said Berg's played in the Champions League. Even if he hadn't, I don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't care. Man said Mateus Fernandes, bro. Mateus Fernandes, 1 is 85 million, 2 relegated twice, 3 not playing for his national team, bro. Again, if you're gonna make comparisons, yeah, like do your homework first. You know what I'm saying? Man said I just want someone press resistant. Bro, Berg is press resistant. Yeah, I thought not proven either. Do you know what I'm saying? Not proven either. And overpaid. So, yeah. Is what it is. Man said Berg is an athletic Matic. I hear that, but Matic didn't have the range of passing that Sanderberg's got, though. He didn't have that. Matic could play a nice driven pass in between the lines, but Sanderberg can do the ping thing as well. He could ping the little 30-yard diagonal if he needs to. Different. Bro, this is what I'm saying. I don't know why these Arsenal men are coming in here and putting this fake Vinny news in my chat. Bro, like, bro, I don't care. Do you know what I mean? If you want to celebrate, yeah, dead speculation, bro, go to one of the Arsenal channels that are live, bro. Go find fucking Curtis or Deluded or someone, and you man can talk about a transfer that's not gonna happen, bro. I don't know. You get me? I don't know why you're here, blood. Man said final rebuttal. Tchouaméni playing under Carrick, he will go to a higher level than Sanderberg. Maybe, but it's yet to be seen. You get me? It's yet to be seen. You know what I'm saying? It's yet to be seen. My thing will always be, yeah, we've gone through a time, yeah, where back in the day, we used to buy players that were in their prime to come in and perform now. And then what happened was those players became expensive, and then it became cheaper to buy players that weren't proven and hope that you unearth the gem. And now the market's on its head. So now the younger players are costing way more than the experienced players. So it makes more sense now to go and buy the 27, 28, 29-year-old in their prime than buy the younger players. Because you know what you're going to get. The thing is with Sanderberg, yeah, I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to get. With Tchouaméni, yeah, there's more questions than answers with him, bro. Whether people like it or not. There's bare questions. He didn't want to leave Real Madrid. How much money is he going to be on? Is he hungry? You know what I mean? How's he going to adapt to the Premier League? There's bare questions, bro. You get what I'm saying? With Sanderberg, there's no questions, bro. There's none whatsoever. Because man knows what he can do. And this is my issue with the situation. Like, there's so many questions around him. Yeah, does he want to be here? Because he still wanted to be at Real Madrid and so on and so forth. All these questions, yeah, I don't believe we're in a position right now where it's smart to invest the amount of money man are going to invest, because it's 80 million, should we say. It could be 80 million pounds plus 300 grand a week wages for a player that don't really want to play for us. Do you get what I'm saying? That's my issue, bro. Like, because we've seen these kind of signings before, blood. They haven't worked out. They haven't worked out. So man can go and get a player that's proven in the Premier League. We know that he fits what we want to do. And literally, he fits what we're doing. Like, he just fits, bro. Like, there's no questions. Man saying quality is quality. Tchouaméni has more than Berg. Questions mean nothing. But again, man are saying quality is quality, yeah? But most of you, man, ain't seen enough of him to say nothing, bro. That's the reality. You ain't seen enough, bro. You, man, are getting gassed by the name. You're not getting gassed by the performances. Because no one can sit here and tell me, yeah, that when they were watching the World Cup, yeah, Tchouaméni outperformed Sander Berg, because he didn't. Like, no one could tell me he did, because he did not. And he was in a better team. And if man are telling me that you were sitting here watching him doing his centre-back shifts at Real Madrid, bro, like, now what are we doing here, bro? Like, none of you lot can tell me that, bro. The same brothers that thought that Eze was going to go to Arsenal and do something, he didn't do nothing. You know why, bro? Because he's inconsistent, bro. The vast majority of men that are saying, oh, quality is quality, you're not watching fucking Real Madrid every week, bro. Like, you're just not. You're not watching them every week, bro. So because of that, yeah, a lot of people are saying, yeah, quality is quality because he's at Real Madrid, but we don't know that he's going to come and replicate anything like what we think he's going to do. It's a gamble. That's what I'm saying. It's a gamble. And I'm saying, yeah, for the amount of money in wages and transfer fee, I don't think it's a gamble that has to be taken. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe it's the smart recruitment. It's the sexy name on paper, but the sexy names on paper don't necessarily win you stuff. We've seen it with Man United. Exactly. I'd rather overpay for Lewis Hall than overpay for Tchouaméni. If we're gonna go and pay 80 million for Tchouaméni, I'd rather pay 70 million for Lewis Hall. Bro, I hear this. This is a good super chat. Don't know about Thuram though. I think Thuram's decent, but we don't need another midfielder. But I hear you though. Bro, Berger's played well every time he's played us, and he had a solid World Cup as well, bro. And he ticks all the boxes. Ticks all the boxes, bro. Prime age, tall as well. He adds height. He's Premier League adapted. Do you know what I'm saying? He does everything. Man say improving at Fulham, so was Sahar. Of course he was. So he was. And the funny thing is with Manchester United, yeah, in our most successful periods, yeah, we've signed Premier League proven players from within the Premier League and they've come in and delivered. That's what we've done, bro. That's what we've done in our most successful period. And also we signed Premier League proven players in their prime. So we can go back to that, bro, because it's actually cheaper to do that than taking a punt on a player that don't necessarily want to play for us. He will play for us because he might not have a fucking choice, but he doesn't want to, bro. And just the mental side of knowing a man don't really want to play for you, you're not the first choice, bro. How can you expect to see the best version of someone that don't really want to play for you? And that's why even with the Arsenal thing, these men are gassing the Vinny Jr. thing. Vinny don't want to play for your football club. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if you ended up signing Vinny for some strange reason, yeah, he don't want to play for you. He don't want to play for you. The brother don't want to leave Real Madrid. If Vinny wanted to leave Real Madrid, yeah, he's petulant enough and stupid enough that he would have come out and he would have said, yo, he would have done a dumb interview or something and said, I ain't playing for Jose no more. I want a new challenge or something, because he can't help himself. He's a little crybaby. Do you know what I mean? The reason why he ain't come out and said he wants to leave Real Madrid is because he don't want to leave Real Madrid. He wants more money. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the reality. Same way Di Maria never wanted to play for us. Di Maria didn't want to play for Man United. Do you know what I'm saying? Ozil didn't want to go Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? He got forced out, bro. These things happen. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not an idiot. I know that Di Maria didn't want to play for us. But you think I'm going to sit here and say, oh, yeah, it's Man United? No, bro, he got kicked out. Real Madrid stay kicking players out their club. Most of the time when players leave Real Madrid is because they're surplus to requirements. That's the reality. Casemiro asked Real Madrid to leave. And because he was on good terms with Carlo Ancelotti, they granted him his wish, but they weren't trying to get rid of him. But for the most part, Real Madrid people don't want to leave Real Madrid. Same with Barca. People don't want to leave them. They don't want to leave there, bro. Man leave when they're pushed, innit? That's it. And that's why you saw Tonali as well, bro, when he went to Newcastle. Man screwing up his face. He don't want to be there. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be there. But I swear down, that Tonali thing had man crying, bro. Man looked like he got kidnapped. Like he went to sleep and he woke up and it was just cold all of a sudden. You know, he didn't even know where he was. You know what I'm saying? So it's just mad. Man just woke up. You know what I'm saying? On Tyneside, cold and that. He's like, what the fuck's this, man? Man can smell the Greggs and that. Hey, it's peak, fam. Man said the truth is Real Madrid is the pinnacle if you're an English player. Even for some English players, they're the pinnacle. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you ain't trying to go... You're not trying to leave Real Madrid to go to Arsenal. A team that's won one league title in 30 years or something like that. I don't even know. No, 20 years, sorry. 22 years. Something like that. And no Champions Leagues, no European titles. Brother, the fuck you want to leave Real Madrid for that? Do you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Man said Rock Nation knows from a branding perspective it's best for Vinny to be out Madrid. So they're just using Arsenal for leverage. Yeah, more than likely. If it's an image thing, it's definitely a Real Madrid thing, bro. They're the biggest club in the world, aren't they? Brother, like Arsenal got less fucking Instagram followers than all these other things. Branding wise, it doesn't make sense going to Arsenal. Like, I saw a video with Turkish and someone else, and they were doing Instagram followers of the football club. And I couldn't believe how low down Arsenal were. Because bro, their fans' mouths are so big. Do you know what I mean? You would think that these men would have been in the top 5 or something like that. Hey, brother, I see it was hurting Turkish's face, you know, when he was going down the list and Arsenal weren't there, you know. Oh, my God. I swear down, that's one of the best things my algorithm showed me, you know, on Instagram recently. I see Turkish reading the list looking stressed. You know what I'm saying, bro? I think they were like 8th or something like that, Arsenal, bro. I was dying. Man said, I feel like for us to get to a high level, we need a player from Madrid, Man City, or PSG, teams that train to win the Champions League. I hear you. I understand your reasoning. I understand it. I do. But the issue that I have right now, and me and Danny were having this conversation, this generation of footballer is not good enough compared to the generation before. So just because you play for Real Madrid or Barcelona, or that don't even mean you're good, bro. Like, brother, Rashford played for Barcelona. Do you know what I'm saying? So what are we doing here, bro? You get it? Man says someone from Man City, bro. You could get fucking Savinho. Like, just because you play for Man City don't mean you're good. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, football's not there no more. Football's not there no more. Like, we was literally having the conversation where me and Danny were having a conversation, and he was saying, yo, with the price of these young players, you might as well go and buy proven talent right now, because the truth is, yeah, proven talent's probably cheaper. But the mad thing is, yeah, who are the proven midfield talents of today now? They're the Frankie de Jongs. They're the Joshua Kimmichs and that. Joshua Kimmich, yeah, it's cheaper to get Joshua Kimmich than to go and get fucking Fernandes from relegated West Ham. Joshua Kimmich wouldn't cost 100 million euros if he wanted to leave Bayern Munich. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't need to pay 85 million for him. Tonali, 100 million. Like, Frankie de Jong wouldn't cost 100 million if you was going to Barca to get Frankie de Jong. Like, it's actually cheaper to get the older players that are experienced than to go get these young guys. Do you get what I'm saying? And the funny thing is, if you compare a Joshua Kimmich and a Vitinha and a Frankie de Jong to a Modric, a Cruz, a Busquets, a Xavi, they're nowhere near it. Do you see what I'm saying? So they're not even as good as the generation before them. They're not even as good. So as much as man talk about Tchouaméni and these man, yeah, Tchouaméni's nowhere near Paul Pogba. They're nowhere near the generation before. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they're not close. So it's like you're paying big money, but you're not getting half the player. You're not even getting half the player. Tchouaméni's not half Paul Pogba, bro. That he's not. And they'll go for the same money. Because we got Pogba for 89 million. Tchouaméni might cost 85 million. This is what I mean. So that's what I'm saying. You're better off just going and getting Sander Berg. Because, bro, for the amount of money you're saving in wages and salary, you can go buy another player as well on top of that. Because the truth is, yeah, the ready-made players right now are miles behind the players of the previous year. This is why people are gambling on the Fernandezes and the Andersons now. Because this generation's proven midfielders, they're not good enough. Hey, blood, man's got one of them robot hoovers, innit, blood? Man just got it. And this motherfucker just drove into my door, blood. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm still getting used to hearing fucking noises in my house. You know, I was thinking, what the hell is that? But, yeah, bruv, what was I gonna say? Yeah, the Tchouaméni thing, bro, he's not even close to Casemiro. It's just hype, bro. It's just hype, bro. Yeah, it's just hype. So you get me? Like, man's not even I just don't think they're worth the money no more. Like, if you're gonna spend 85 million, man might as well if you're spending 85 million, you might as well go and get Frankie de Jong or something. Or Kimmich. Do you get what I'm saying? That's my issue. That's my issue. I just don't think there's enough in it between a proven player like Tchouaméni, he's proven but not proven, or you just go and get the Premier League guy that's name's not as attractive, but you know he can do a job, bro, and you can save yourself a good 40 mil. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's not like Tchouaméni's been tearing it up at Real Madrid. If he was tearing it up at Real Madrid, put it this way, we got Casemiro past his best, but you're looking at Casemiro as one of the best midfielders of his generation, bro. No one's going to turn around and say Tchouaméni's one of the best midfielders of his generation. Like, nobody. Like, the hype is because he plays for Real Madrid. Did you get what I'm saying? And that's not for me to, that's not me downplaying the player's ability. It's just a fact. Like, nobody's there saying, yo, he's ripping it up. Like, no one. Whereas at least with Frankie de Jong, yeah, with Frankie de Jong, there was a time at Real Madrid where man was looking at Frankie de Jong saying, yo, like, he's mashing it up at Barca. Like, you can't get the ball off him. Man's twisting people up and that. Bruv, nobody's ever raved about Tchouaméni at Real Madrid. Since the day he stepped foot there, no one's ever been going crazy about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't talk about, man, the way they talk about they spoke about Tony Kroos or any of these guys, bro. He's a final form steady Eddie, bro. Like, he's just the top of the tree steady Eddies, bro. Top of the tree. Do you get what I'm saying? But if I'm going to get a steady Eddie, I don't want to pay 300 grand a week and 85 million pounds when I can pay 45 million pounds and 150 bags. You get me? I can pay half the wages or less than half the wages and save 40 million in a transfer market that can go towards Lewis Hall, blood. Because there's nothing special about him as a footballer, bro. Like, nothing. That will always be my thing. Don't get it twisted. If we sign him, I'll still be happy and I'll still support him and I'll still want him to do well. All of these things, blood. BLM and that. You get me? All of that shit, bro. I'll be real. But the reality is, yeah, man don't need to spend all that though. Man don't need to, innit? Because I don't think it takes us much further than what Sanderberg takes us. That's it. You get me? So we'll just have to see, bro. We'll just have to see. Man said if he was so good, he would have had that new Real Madrid contract already. Has he even signed that yet? I'm not even sure. I don't even know if he signed it yet. Yeah, bro, that's a Musa signing for sure, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But he loves Camavinga at Man United more still. But you know what? If I had to choose between getting Endrick and getting Tchouaméni, give me Endrick, bro. Because Endrick is a special player. Like when I look at Tchouaméni's not special, bro. He's not special. He's not special. He's a talented athlete and he's a very good footballer, but he's not special. Like Endrick is special. Like that guy could pick up the ball and just ras it from 30 yards off the crossbar, bro. Like he's a monster. Manchester City by leaving for them might be difficult, but he'd be signing. Also weird, Fabrizio hasn't reported on Vinny. He hasn't reported on Vinny because it's not real, blood. You know the ones there, like it's not real. Until man hear anything from David Ornstein, and even Ornstein said, yeah, that Arsenal were trying to get together a package or something, or trying to negotiate something. He never said he'd agreed terms with him. So man have to take it with a pinch of salt, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like literally, it's just Arsenal fans getting gassed. I wouldn't be surprised if on Monday you hear that Vinny signed a new deal, because they're saying that there's already a deal on the table for Vinny from Real Madrid. So all he's got to do is sign it. But I don't think Sanderberg would be difficult because they've got a new manager and, bro, they'll just reinvest the money. Because, bro, up until the other day, the Garcia brother, they hadn't signed anyone. So it's possible that Fulham actually need money. It's possible they need money to spend money. Man said no Sesko again. It's getting worrying. It shouldn't be worrying, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, our best team here doesn't even include Sesko at the moment. He can take his time and recover, bro. We can play Brian up front at the start of the season, or we can play Josh up front if he's still there. Not really, or even Cunha. Like, I'm not worried about Sesko, bro. Out of all of our attackers, that he's the one that there's the least amount of urgency for me for him to come back, because like we can survive without him. I'll be honest. Yeah, Endrick's a real shooter, real skeng man, you know. Yeah, I agree. I think Camavinga's better. Man said the requirement for the position balance demands a solid basic player that does his job at the highest level. I think that's why he's made it to Real and the starter. Rodri's just Spain's golden boy. But bro, Rodri goes in, he displaces Tchouaméni immediately. Do you know what I mean? And then Tchouaméni's a centre back again. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that's assuming that Rodri. That's assuming that Rodri ends up at Real Madrid, because I haven't heard too much. I haven't heard too much. Obviously, we heard that he wants to go there, but then that's all man heard, bro. You know what I mean? I think there was some Bandulu rumor that he's agreed personal terms, but we don't know if that's even real. Like, do you get what I'm saying? You don't know if that's real. Now, I don't know about the player rights and players' rights. Like 70% of players' rights. I don't know what that means, unless 30% of the players' rights are owned by like a third party that's not the club or something like that. But I thought that got banned, bro. I thought that got banned though. So I don't know what's going on. I said, don't sleep on Mudryk, but you're crazy. I said, you're right. He don't move the needle, but he makes us better because we will have a 6, 8, and a 10. Who's this? 6, 8, and 10. Are you talking about Tchouaméni? Bro, I don't care about needle moving, you know. Like Tchouaméni makes us better. So does Sanderberg, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about needle movers. I just care about risk and reward, innit? I just care about risk and reward, and I also believe in I believe in the intangibles and also the. Oh, he's talking about Sanderberg. Okay, I hear it. Well, if you're talking about Sanderberg, I agree. But you know what it is? You see with these signings, yeah, it's all about the it's all about the intangibles, isn't it? When you get a player like him. Man said he would bruv, generationally. This is how I know you're chatting shit, because I wouldn't even use that word. I don't use that word. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? There's nothing more jarring on the internet. You know what it is, yeah? You know what it is, and you know why some of you lot actually make me sick? Because you see me, I have to be one of the most deliberate, yeah, and precise people. When it comes to speaking, yeah, I'm very, very careful, yeah, with how I word things. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no generational nothing, bro. I don't say that. I don't say generational. I believe that that's a word that gets that gets overly used, blood. There's nothing generational about Tchouaméni, bro. He's not Paul Pogba or anything like that. So I wouldn't have used the word generational, bro. Like, don't paraphrase, man, yeah? I'm very, 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 very deliberate with how I use the English language, bro. Very deliberate, bro. I don't just say things. I don't just say things without thinking. It's even when man are trying to clip up certain things about when me and Saeed were talking about the lap, and man just clipped it up out of context and that. Because this is what people do, bro. Like, I'm very deliberate. The reason why I prefer long form content, yeah. The reason why I prefer long form content is because I can actually explain. You know the one. That's it. So there's no point me sitting here and explaining things, and the man are gonna clip something 10 seconds and say I said something I didn't say. Shut up, bro. You know the one. So it's just shut up, innit? And like the same thing with Tchouaméni. Like I said, if we sign him, I'll be happy we signed him. He's a good player. Do I think that he's worth the hassle of 300 grand a week, 85 million, and he don't really want to play for us? No, I don't. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'll take him. That's it. That's it. Like, man's allowed to say, yeah, cool, he's a good player, but he's not worth that money. Man's allowed to say that. That doesn't mean that he's not good. Doesn't mean that he's shit. If I say that I would prefer somebody else because of everything else that comes with it, that doesn't mean that I won't be happy if we sign him. Like, use your fucking ears, bro. Use your ears. I said the same thing about Belabor. I don't think Belabor is worth all the hassle, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I think Belabor is a good footballer, but I'll prefer someone like Sanderberg over Belabor, because Belabor is going to cost dough, and it's just going to be a ball ache, bruv. And I think that Berg's better on the ball at passing, and I think he's better at screaming, at screening as well. I think Belabor's cool, but on the ball, I question some things about him, innit? That's just what it is. But if we sign Belabor, I'll be happy with that signing as well, and I'll still give him my full support. I'll still give him my full support if we sign him, but he's not my first choice. That's it. But whoever we do decide to sign, if I rate them, they'll get my full support, even if it's not the player I want. Because I'm not just going to not support a player because I didn't want them. That's not how I roll, blood. Would I take Vinny at United? I don't want Vinny at Man United, bro. I don't like Vinicius Jr., bro. I don't like Vinny. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them. Bro. Anyone that watches this channel knows I don't like Vinny. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if someone said to me, oh, you're getting Vinny at your club and you don't have to pay no money and he's just there, like, bro, I'm not going to cry, but I don't want him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't rate Vinny like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't rate him like that. The bro's always crying, like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a Facio, like. But a man's always crying about something, bro. I've always been, yeah, Rodrigo FC, blood. Like, anyone that knows me knows that Real Madrid, Rodrigo's my baller. Everyone knows that. Man don't give a toss about Vinicius, bro. Like, that's it. He's just a crybaby, blood. With a face BBL and that. Like, it's all mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. Like, Vinny's a bum still. You get me? So, it's just one of them things, isn't it? Like, only in this era, man will gas Vinicius. But Vinicius ain't it, bro. Like, bro, even injured now, if you offer me Rodrigo or Vinny, I'm taking Rodrigo. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. Man, Vinicius, blood. Man like Chinny Jr., bro. Man said I'm a hater, but man said he's the guy in this era. Bro, listen. I don't care what eras this is, bro. I don't like ballers like that. I don't like ballers like that, bro. You know what I mean? There's man out there, yeah, that will disrespect Neymar, but they're trying to hail up Vinny, bro. Like, bro, I swear this generation of football fans are cooked, bro. Cooked, you know. Man said rants, that's what's wrong with our fan base. Debating isn't arguing. And arguing isn't debating. Nothing wrong with saying you prefer a player over another player. Yeah, but bro, man are just bare insecure, like. You know them ones. Man are just bare insecure. It's like, bro, I don't support your club. And man come over here and it's like, man want me to be happy for you because you're getting linked with a player, bro. I support Man United. We get linked with top players all the time, bro. You man don't, innit? This is new for you. This is normal for us. This is normal for us. I spent my whole life getting linked with fucking like the top players in the game, bro. But most of the time they don't come. Like that's what happens when you actually support a big club. You get linked with big players all the time because they use you to get contracts because it's realistic. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Man United have been linked with a bag of top ballers, bro, because they always use Man United because Man United is a big club. So they always use Man United to get contracts, bro. Like my whole life I've seen it. And we actually got close to signing Ronaldinho, blood. Actually. But Bear Man have used us for contracts. Bear Man. It comes with the territory, bro. From the Wesley Snyders to the Sergio Ramoses. Do you know what I mean? To even Nuno Mendes the other day, blood. Nuno Mendes used Man United and then went and signed a new deal at fucking PSG, bro. Literally the other day. So it happens to us all the time. Oh, yeah, the Eden Hazard one's a bit different. I think Eden Hazard would have. I think that Eden Hazard one. I think Eden Hazard would have joined us, and I think he said he would have joined us as well. I think he said he would have joined us, but then, yeah, it's one of them ones where I think Roman just sold it to him. You get me? Gareth Bale, we were close to signing as well. Brother, Tony Cruz, we were close to signing as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, we could have signed Thomas Muller as well. Like fucking LVG had an agreement with Thomas Muller to come to Man United, and then I think the Glazers didn't pay up the bread. Like, brother, there's bare different opportunities man could have had, man. You know what I'm saying? Bare different opportunities. It happens. Even the Harry Kane thing as well. There's just bare stuff, man. You know what I mean? There's bare stuff. Yeah, Chelsea did win the Champions League, but also, he said that he had a conversation with Roman on the yacht, blood, and he changed his mind. You know what I'm saying? So, or else he would have been Man United bound. So yeah, it was a little bit of intervention. Yeah, bro, it's facts though, bro. But I'm just keeping it 100. Man United, yeah, as a team. Same with the Antoine Griezmann. They were doing, oh yeah, he wears long sleeves because of Beckham and that. He's a Man United fan. Remember, his brother was posting pictures of him in that in Man United kits. They done all that shit. And then Griezmann ended up going Barcelona or something like that. This is what I'm trying to say, guys. This is what I'm trying to say. Man United here are the team in England that gets linked with all the big names, and then we just don't get them. We just don't get them, bro. So, like, I'm just saying that man's been here, bro. Like, I've seen it so many times. I've seen it so many times. So when man are getting giddy, yeah, because they're getting linked with their first quote unquote, yeah, top player, even though I don't think he is a top player, but his name is a top player. It's like, bro, you man are going crazy. Like, this is the first time you've been linked with a name, bro. It's like, do me a favor, innit? Like, we see this all the time. That's the reason why Tremaine is expensive, is because of the decision making he will bring to the ops tactical patterns. You will see we are bringing someone from Madrid training center. Bro, I just think he's expensive because Real Madrid paid a certain amount of money for him. And also, when you buy from Real Madrid, you got to pay up. Do you get it? Because I hear what you're saying. I think Tchouaméni is a good player. But the point is, yeah, the point is, if Tchouaméni went to, I don't know, say if he went to, even if he went to fucking, let me think. If he went to Atletico Madrid instead of Real Madrid, and he had the same exact career in terms of the amount of games played, positions played, if he was in and out of Atletico's team, was playing at centre back and all these things, brother, nobody's talking about him the same. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's the Real Madrid hype, bro. That's what people need to understand. Like, he's a good player, but in my opinion, yeah, his performances at Real Madrid have not made his price go up, because it's not like he's gone to Real Madrid and he's kicked on to another level, bro. Like, he was rated highly when he went to Real Madrid. It's not like he wasn't rated highly and he's just stepped up to another level, bro. For me, he hasn't improved. He's just the same player. Do you get what I'm saying? And this ain't a criticism. I'm just saying that his time at Real Madrid, yeah, his time at Real Madrid, I don't think he'll look at his time at Real Madrid and say it was a success, bro, because he's never really held down a consistent spot in the team at any point. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I mean? Like, can people not understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think he's progressed. I think he's still an exciting young talent, but he's 26, so you're not that young no more. Know what I'm saying? Man don't want to end up being a 29-year-old prospect like Rashford, bro. Like, man don't want to end up being that. So yeah, it's just one of those ones where I think he's a good player, but I wouldn't say that going to Real Madrid, he's massively kicked on and got better. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I would say that he's maintained a consistently good level because he's a good player. But I'm not seeing my man kick on. I'm not seeing my man kick on. So again, like, brother, if Real Madrid turned around and said to me, yo, 65 million, hey, brother, rip your arm out the socket for 65 million. Do you know what I'm saying? But man, but the 85, you get me? The 85 is, bro, 100 million euros is steep, fam, for a player that hasn't kicked on. That's what I would say, innit? So I say that to say this, I rate him. Do you know what I'm saying? I rate him. I think he's a good player. But I don't think he's a game changer if we sign him. I don't think so. I don't think he's a game changer. I don't think if he comes into the midfield that it means that, like, we're unbeatable now. Like, I don't. I think he's a good player. And I said Brian President replied to Real Madrid's interest in Michael Elise as closed. What's that? As closed doors also for Luis Diaz. I laughed my head off. Elise has 3 years on his contract. You're straight. You get me? So Tchouaméni and Tielemans is title winning midfield. Add Mino Santos to that, and we have the best midfield in the league. I wouldn't disagree to the last bit about us having the best midfield in the league. I wouldn't disagree with that. But the truth is, yeah, if we got Sander Berg in instead of Tchouaméni, yeah, I still believe that our midfield could do the same thing in the league, bro. Honestly, I do. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't believe the difference in quality between a Sander Berg and a Tchouaméni is so big that one makes us have the best midfield and one doesn't. Because I believe that Sander Berg can do what Tchouaméni does. Man said, by the way, thanks for being real on Rashford. You're the first to really do so. He should never have been more than a bench player, if that. Kind of Ollie like. Thought his football IQ ain't close to Ollie. Though his football IQ ain't close to Ollie. Hey, spot on, Matty, man. Spot on, bro. It's not close, man. It's not close at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man said, what's that? Tchouaméni has always been in the starting lineup, whether he's in defense or not in midfield. Brother, I'll be real. Any guy, yeah, that's getting used for an expensive period at centre back is not valued highly at the football club. Like, bro, even Camavinga at left back is crazy. You know the ones that is crazy, bro. Like, I'll be honest. Real Madrid is a club, yeah, where they got multiple players in every position. Like, left back Camavinga's mad. Centre back Tchouaméni's mad. You know the ones there? Like, nah, bro, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Honestly, bro. So, I don't know, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not one thing. Like I said, it's not one thing. It's a combination of the price of the player, the salary, the fact that he's not shown like a real interest in joining the club. It's multiple things. It's multiple things. Do you get what I mean? It's multiple things, bro. If this brother was out here saying, listen, I want to play for Man United, yeah, like that's the only club I want to play for, but we was having issues with the price or the salary, I'll say just pay that motherfucker. Do you know what I'm saying? But man don't know what player I'm gonna get, bro. A lot of these modern footballers, the truth is, yeah, it's like these man love their lifestyle, yeah, more than they love playing football now, bro. Like them man will just get a move, get their money, and them man are just coasting, bro. I don't want man to leave Real Madrid, come to Man United, and think that man can just coast, bro. I don't trust these guys, bro. Man said it's true. I do think the move to Real wasn't the best for his development. His position demands being calm and basic under immense pressure. If he had gone elsewhere first, would have been better. I agree, but this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, I just don't know how much him and Camavinga have improved in the 3 years they've been there. I'd argue probably not as much as they would have if they were somewhere else where they were the main guys and they were playing every week. Man said that's Camavinga, bro. Bro, I hear it. The fact that Camavinga has been used everywhere and nowhere, yeah, and he's not kicking down the door, yeah, to leave, that tells you everything. That means to me, his heart ain't really in playing football like that. The guy's just missed out on the World Cup. You would think that he'll be making bare noise to go and play somewhere. That's why I rate Endrick, bro. Because, bro, Endrick went to Real Madrid, yeah, and, bro, my man got a loan move, you know. Endrick got a loan move. Endrick could have sat there on his dough, do you know what I'm saying, with his shirt tucked in and just made his money. The guy wanted to play football. Like, Camavinga ain't played no football really, like, do you know what I mean? Not to the best of his ability, because man's never really got a run, like. It's dead, bro, and he's got mad talent, but it's like he's happy to make his 200 grand a week or whatever and just chill, blood. Happy to just make his money and just be a bit part player at the biggest club in the world, bro. Like, it's like them man feel like they've just reached the pinnacle already. Man said the criticism for Tchouaméni and Camavinga is that they haven't really evolved as players since they came to Real Madrid. No, it's true, but the caveat to that is a lot of players go to that club and they stagnate because there's so many stars, yeah. There's so many stars at that club that you can get lost. You get what I'm saying? Man said Endrick wants out. Yeah, he does want out, Endrick, because he wants to play football, bro. He's got ambition and he wants to improve, and that's what I mean. I question the ambition of those two guys. I question it. Like, even the fact that Endrick went to France, learned French and that, you know what I'm saying? And man's out here balling, like making a name for himself, and the guy wants to go somewhere and play football, bro. Like, I'd rather we go and spend that money on Endrick. I'd much rather we go and spend the money on Endrick because it would be better value for money, in my opinion. Because you got a player that's ambitious, a player that his best days are in front of him, that wants to work, that wants to do stuff. So I hope people understand that's more what I meant. That's not me building a case against Camavinga, because if we sign Camavinga or Tchouaméni, there'll be some smarty pants, do you know what I mean, that's going to come out and say, Ranch, you didn't want them. Never said that. Never said that. I'm just skeptical. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that there's better places we can spend our money. Yeah, Perez just signed Levante striker 2 yesterday after just selling Gonzalo. I'd imagine that pissed off Endrick's camp for sure. Man said, why do I think the transfer market seems dead? It's purely because of inflated prices. I think it's a mixture. It's inflated prices, but also people are forgetting that a World Cup just finished as well. A lot of players are on holiday. Do you know what I mean? A lot of players are returning to training this coming week. So, like, a lot of men are on holiday. And when men are on holiday, business don't usually get done. Do you know what I'm saying? Business don't usually get done. So, I expect more business to start to pick up on Monday now. Because even with the Bruno Guimaraes stuff, yeah, like they said that he was supposed to report back or something like that to link up with Newcastle, I think today or yesterday, and they said that they've given him extra leave or something to sort out the Arsenal deal. So Yuri Tielemans was back in training with Lomans yesterday, I think. Like, players are just going back to training now. You get what I'm saying? So, like, bro, Cunha's still in Brazil, I believe. So, yeah, I just think that the window's going to heat up from next week. I think it's going to heat up from next week still. Do you know what I mean? Bro, Cunha would and Santos would definitely be cool with Endrick, especially Santos, because they're all full internationals, all of them. So, you get me? Get man Endrick, bro. Man might have to DM Cunha or something and say, yo, blood, run the Endrick. Yeah. Do it, bruv. Man have to do it still. Bro, Mason Greenwood's just gone to Turkey, brother. You know what I mean? Francisco, that's not happening. It's not happening, and that'll never happen. Man said, hold on 1 second. Man said minutes in what games at Real Madrid for Camavinga in 5 years. And Rice has played nearly 5,000 minutes just this season. Raw. Hold on a minute. Man are saying that in 5 years, Camavinga's only played just over double the minutes that Rice played this season. Tell me that's not real. That's crazy if that's real. Yo, that's mad. Yeah, boy, I don't know about all that, bro. Man just happy to make his money and sit on the bench. You see what I mean? Whoever ends up with that brother, it's crazy, bro. He might be in his Turkey era as well, blood. You know what I mean? He might be in his Fenerbahce era, blood. You get me? Because, bro, that's crazy if that's the case. I said, that's why I'm disappointed with both of them. Both are young, highly rated stars and satisfied with being used here and there. Tchouaméni now having his first team spot taken away. Exactly. And if they sign Rodri, he's definitely not playing. So, yeah, it's looking mad still. But yeah, man, just happy to just have Batty on bench and that. Yeah, I can't lie. Them stats they're damning, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're damning, you know. But this is what I'm trying to say, guys. Like, for me, Camavinga and Tchouaméni, yeah, they've managed to hold their value because they're at Real Madrid. But for me, they were both hyped like French midfielders. They were like Sangare and Kamara, but more gas. You get me? And they both went to Real Madrid. And for me, they haven't got better or justified the hype there. So I would take either of them at Manchester United, but it's with skepticism, with caution. You get me? But you get me? Bro, them stats are mind games. This is some real shit, bro. They was meant to be the Kroos and Modric replacements of the standing, similar to how Jones and Smalling were meant to be the Rio and Vida things, and it didn't work out. You know them way there. So just is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, them man was supposed to step up when the generation before were not there, and they haven't stepped up. They haven't stepped up. So yeah, we just need to see, bro. We just need to see, guys. But are you lot? Who's live now, anyways? Is there anyone live now? Hey, big up everyone, bro. We've had a solid audience, you know, for the whole time. 2.5 hours live. Can't lie, bro. Man enjoys these solos because man gets to interact with you lot a bit more. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we've nearly hit the likes target as well. We're only 5 away. So if you haven't hit the like, make sure you hit the like button. But big man thing, like, yeah, man, the engagement's been solid. That's what I mean. I know you lot been asking for more of these, and I can't always do them because the schedule's busy. But nah, honestly, bro, big up everyone that has added to the show, that's contributed. You get me? The fuck? Why does it say Flawless is live twice, bruv? That's crazy. Saying he's live twice, bro. Okay, it says he's live on 2 channels. I think he's live on his main channel and on Extra as well at the same time. I don't know, unless my thing's bugging. You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. What did I see? Some Michael Carrick thing. What did I miss? Michael Carrick admires Lewis Hall. Bro, listen, man, have to make that happen, innit? Like, still, Carrick's a Geordie blood. You get me? Make it happen, brother. You get me? Make it happen, brother. Quick phone call and that. I think this Lewis Hall thing's gonna happen still. But nah, big up everyone that supported the solo show. You know what I'm saying? And make sure we drop a raid. You know what I'm saying? Drop a rants raid in Flawless's chat. Run up the lights, people. And yeah, man, we'll be back again tomorrow, people. Also, make sure that you jump in the Discord, innit? And man, we'll catch you guys in there.